Today we are going to look a little deeper into fluency. Well, what is fluency? Fluency refers to how a person reads orally or out loud. It is thought that oral gives us a gauge on silent reading. There are many definitions of fluency. Many people think of fluency as accuracy, how correctly one reads, and rate, how fast one reads, but that's not all that there is to it. Automaticity is knowing words. This is when students are able to decode words in a text automatically or with little effort. For example, when fluent readers see the letters TH, they do not have to wait a long time to read the TH. They automatically know that it makes the th sound. This is essential for CLD students to develop because it helps with reading comprehension. This is because if students spend more of their mind capacity decoding words that they are reading, they forgot what they are actually reading in the first place. This is also known as the automaticity theory. Something that teachers can do to promote automaticity is to have students read a list of words while timing them, and then having them write these words. The only issue with this strategy is that the words are in isolation, and CLD students also need to practice seeing these words in context. I like this strategy, but I would recommend also doing lessons with the words in text for best results of automaticity. Another aspect of fluency is prosody. Prosody is all about how to communicate the meaning of a sentence or full text. For example, I can make something sound happy, sad, or angry through prosody. I can do this through intonation, stress, tempo, and rhythmic patterns of language. Intonation is the rising and falling pitch of someone's voice. An example of this would be yes and no questions. In English, when these questions are asked, we use a rising pitch. Are you coming to lunch today? Did you hear the pitch of my voice go up at the end? This is intonation. Intonation can also be used to show sarcasm or when someone is angry or surprised. In English, multiple syllable words have one syllable that is said with a stronger emphasis than the other. This is called stress. Depending on where stress is placed in a word, the meaning of the word can change. For example, with ice cream and I scream, the meaning of the word changed depending on which part of the word I put emphasis on. It can either be a delicious dessert or an action that I am doing. Tempo is the rate a student is reading the text. If the student reads at a slow rate, the fluency is negatively affected, but can also be negatively affected if they read too fast. Did you know that fluent readers do not read word by word? They don't even read words in 2 to 3 word clusters. Fluent readers read words and phrases. In order for CLD students to develop good tempo and phrasing, it helps if they can listen to text read aloud. This reading should be done either by a teacher or a proficient peer. In English, our rhythmic pattern of language is different from many other languages. When speaking, we space out all the words evenly. This works because we put emphasis or stress on specific content words. Interactive learning groups are very helpful for CLD students' fluency development because it lets more proficient speaking students the chance to model it for the CLD students. You can do this through reader's theater, oral reading, repeated reading, and sustained partner reading. Comprehension and fluency go hand in hand. There's a direct connection between fluency and reading comprehension. On average, a child with reading difficulties will need 44 exposures to a new word. Another example of how these two are connected is something that we talked about earlier. If a student is reading too slow, they will not be able to remember what they are reading. This shows us that fluency is a necessity for reading comprehension.